Nnamdi Kanu has arrived in court, and this is really causing for the first time. Tensions are there. We saw how yesterday, which was June 12th, Democracy Day, President Tinubu refused to release Nnamdi Kanu yesterday during his National Assembly speech. He not released Nnamdi Kanu. The Igbos were thinking that maybe for the first time Nnamdi Kanu will be released, but President Tinubu don't say anything about Nnamdi Kanu's release. Now is in court today, Friday, Friday, June 13, 2025. If you're watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comment, click the like button, like this video, and also share this video. Like and share this video to others. Mr. James the Waymaker, let's look at this angle. But the Tinubu has supported many Igbos. He has refused to release Kanu. Kanu is presently in court now. We have seen many Israeli people showing interest, some international media are showing interest. We have seen Envoys showing interest in the case of Nnamdi Kanu for the first time this time around. What do you have to say?
Thank you so much for having me. The question that everybody is asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nigeria government today, what is the offense of Nnamdi Kanu for the first place? For him to deserve this kind of torture. We saw in this country Omowole Sowore called for revolution. Buhari went after him. But today, Omowole Sowore is walking free. We saw somebody like Sunday Igboho, the same thing agitate. In the north, go to the north, tell Gumi who publicly are agitating for settlement for Boko Haram and various bandits. Today, nothing been doing about it. Is it because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man? But the joy of it now that there is a video that is going viral over Benjamin Netanyahu said he's coming to Africa. He's coming for his people, Jews. Who are the Jews in Nigeria? Igbos are the Jews. And Benjamin Netanyahu now, he said he's coming. And you know that is the major reason why there is panic about this Nnamdi Kanu issue right now, because Benjamin Netanyahu is coming to Africa. I have told you time without number, when the Nigerian government like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. They are only delaying him. Nnamdi Kanu commit no offense. As I speak to you now, look at the way they are killing people in Enugu, in Anambra, in Imo State, in they are all over the state. So the man have every right to rise up and stand up and defend his people. In the place where I came from, in the middle belt, are we not helpless? In Benue people now, killing is one of the routines that is going on in my region, in Benue State, in Plateau State, in Taraba, even in the Kogi, where I came from. So if you look at all these things, you know that Nnamdi Kanu is right to fight for his people of Biafra.
Now, let's look at this other angle. We've seen Orji Uzor-Kalu, the former governor of Abia State, said, I will never leave the APC, and I'm going to power the APC forever. But we saw a worker from even a Yoruba man said, this man, you're a complete betrayer. You have never spoken about the release of your brother, Nnamdi Kanu. What can I say about that?
No, the fact remains that he dare not speaking about Nnamdi Kanu, because if you try it, they will return him from where he come from. Have you forgotten that Nnamdi Kanu was in was had a case with the DSS? After the DSS issue, the EFCC, sorry, and they release it. So for me, you won't blame Orji Kalu. Orji Kalu is doing everything possible to make sure he doesn't return back to the EFCC where they take him to Kuje prison. So that's why I told you that he's ready to die for APC, because it was APC government that helped him, that brought him from the EFCC. Today, his case has been forgotten. Have you forgotten that Damoshobole have said that? Come to APC, your sins will be forgiven. And that's why all the governors in Nigeria, in other position partner, they are coming to APC. Look at the case of the former governor of Delta State, who just became with the incumbent governor to Delta State. He stole a lot of money, according to EFCC, trillions of naira, that he used to fund Atiku Abubakar election in 2023. But today he has become to APC, the issue will die down. So for me, Orji Kalu is right for saying he's ready to die for APC. Because even if APC who help him, he will have been in Kuje prison by now. Maybe he will have been the same thing with Ekwere Madu, who is in UK, suffering for what he has done in UK.
Okay, now let's look at this other angle here this lovely morning. Why do you think? Because many line of thought has gone. We've seen many Igbo people are saying they did not celebrate yesterday's June 12th because they don't want their blood to be filled. So I'm saying the Igbos not to partake of the protest. What do you think about the Igbos not protesting?
There's no cause for Igbo man to celebrate for this independence, because if you look at what is happening now, Igbo have been deleted from Nigeria. Igbos are not, yes, Igbo have been deleted in Nigeria. If you see atrocity that is going on in the north, in the west here, the same thing, if half of it happen in the east, they will level them down. with the collaboration with their governor. So for me, anything Igbo involved is only taking another shape entirely, and that's why I am part of it that Igbo should not join any protest. You can see the NSAS protest where Omo and Barrister Deji said that they are the front runner of NSAS movement. But yet, they still put it in obedient head. Obu are obedient. They tap that Igbos are the obedient. That Igbos are the one that instigated the NSAS movement in Lagos. Even the DSS accused Nnamdi Kanu about the NSAS movement in Lagos. That Nnamdi Kanu was the one that championed NSAS. How will you? And they don't have any evidence to back it up. So for me, the Igbos did not go out for protest is the best decision they can take.
But we saw the DSS boss said that it's not DSS that arrested Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. But now it has really gone controversy this morning again. And for the last time, the boss are asking, DSS said, nobody will arrest Kanu from Kenya. But the question is that who arrested Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya?
No, the truth of the matter is that you know that the DSS under Buhari government that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya is not this new DSS. So for me, many people will say, but they are the same body. Yes, of course. The man that was in charge then should be bring. And that's why I keep saying that Buhari, Malami, Lai Mohammed, the former DSS, need to be tried in the court of law. Let them come and explain in the court how they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. He was being blindfolded. There is a video that have exposed the shenanigans out of Malami, where Malami was telling Nigerians and the world that Nnamdi Kanu was being found with weapons. This dangerous weapon in Kenya. So he should be in the best position to tell the court how Nnamdi Kanu was being brought to Nigeria. And at the end of it all, this new DSS said there's no harms. They found him with Nnamdi Kanu. Can't you see that intentionally these people are just wicked these people? Buhari came in to unleash his anger against Igbos, and he used Nnamdi Kanu to be a scapegoat. But unknown to him that Buhari advertised Biafra to the world without collecting a dime. Today, the world have recognized the Biafra struggle. So for me, Nnamdi Kanu have carried the cross. What left is the crown. And Biafrans, I've said the time without number, nobody can kill Biafra. Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a ideology. The more you are trying to kill it, the more they will be rising. And that's the case of what we are seeing today.
So let's look at this possible scenario. Yesterday, June 12 celebration, Yoruba or all Nigeria celebrated MK Abiola. But Igbos are asking, where is the place of our brother? I'm talking about Mr. Ofwewosu, the man who tried to keep on announcing the result even under pressure. Where is the place of Ofwewosu in all this?
That's why I told you that Igbo have been deleted, the one who started the beginning of this century. That despite the treasure from Abacha, then the INEC chairman, which is Ofwewosu, you just name it, see how the courage, the audacity, it was measuring the results. But today, as we speak, the 2015 election, the election that produced Buhari, which Jega did, if we are to be Igbo man that is the INEC chairman, what will have become of him? Maybe by now they will apply him. The last election here, that Yakubu collect billions of naira to conduct a promised Nigeria that is going to transfer, it's going to transmit the election, they transmit rep, they transmit the Senate. When he got to president where Igbo man will shine, they shot the server down. They tell you that it's glitch. The same thing they did in this jam that just is to tell you that Igbo are not part of Nigeria. But the most shocking part of it is that why are they holding the Igbos not to go? Allow Igbo to go. Igbo are just 5 states in number. In 5 states, minus 5 states out of 36 states, we still have how many? We still have 31 states. Why can't they allow them go? So the rest people can form one Nigeria. If you don't allow them to be part of Nigeria, that's the question people are asking, and the federal government need to pay an answer to it.
Finally, what lies the hope of the Middle Belt? The Kogi, the Benue, the Plateau states. We've seen a renewed attacks of Fulani again. And funny enough, some of them that resisted the Fulani were arrested. What is the hope of the Benue people, Kogi people, Nasarawa people, and Plateau on what the Fulani S-men are doing now? Where is our hope?
The fact is remaining that I am from the Middle Belt, but it will be very difficult for us because every state needs to stand up and defend their state, because it will be very difficult for even all the whole region unite and fight these people. It will be very difficult for the Middle Belt to come out to defend, because religion, they are using religion to separate us. Now you cannot expect Nasarawa might not join Kogi, because Nasarawa might not join other Middle Belt because of a religious issue. So for me, This everyone in the middle belt, we should stand up and defend ourselves irrespective of the threat. Few years ago, T.Y. Dagima have said it, that we should rise up and fight for ourselves and protect ourselves. That if and defend ourselves, that the security agents are compromised, and that's why you can see what is happening in Benue. These are the two local government where these people are going killing on every day. That has become a routine for them right now. It's not far from army barrack. What stop the army men to stop these people not to come? So compromise is there, and that's why the governor of Benue now have accused the senators. There are senators who are sponsoring these Fulani men that are coming to kill in Benue State. That's why they are telling you.
The title of them are what? Hunters. Hunters that are working with AK-47. A few days later, the hunter the people that call hunters begin to lodge in a hotel. Say hunter, they lodge in a hotel.
Are they not hunters?
They are not hunters. Although in a way, they may be right in that language, in that statement that they are hunters, because we have different type of hunters. We can have it could be human being hunters, it could be women hunters, it could be kidnapping hunters, it could be rapist hunters. Only God knows the kind of hunter that they are, because after some days, after capturing 4 of them in the hotel, few days later, they saw about 2 in the hotel, rented the hotel. After 3 days interval to that, we discovered that a whole family has been kidnapped. That is hunting. It's part of hunting. And these people are being hunted. See, it is the high time that every citizen in this country, if you lay hold on these people, please don't spare them. Jungle justice is the best judgment.
No, jungle justice is not allowed in the Nigerian constitution.
But it is allowed for them to take people's life. I'm asking, did the Nigerian constitution permit the Fulanis to take people's life? That is what I am asking. But their own life will not be taken away. Their own life will not be touched. Their own life will not be tampered. But they are permitted. They are free to go to Benue State and take life. They are permitted to go to Plateau and take life. They are permitted to go to Ondo and take life. They are permitted to go to Ebonyi State and take life. And they are permitted to go to Enugu, even Amifu, as at yesterday, to take life. And they are permitted to go to Kebbi, Kogi, Taraba, Sokoto to give quick notice, and to go to what is it called, Kwara State, to give quick notice. But they are not permitted to be quitted. They are not permitted to take their own life, but they are given opportunity to do as they like in the country. My brother, I am telling you, I will not see. I will speak the truth, and I will tell you my mind. I will not have opportunity to lay hand on them if they lay hand on my own person. If I lay hand on them, the same judgment that I give my own person is the judgment I will give them. But God will judge.
But the question is that why are the Igbo people afraid of the armed Fulani? Well, it seems that the other day we saw how many Idoma people from Benue, they were crossing over to Enugu for protection. About them, this Fulani S-men Debekul. But now the same Enugu now has been attacked. Are the Igbos now afraid of the Fulani?
Igbos are not afraid. If Igbos are afraid, Igbos wouldn't have in the first place withstand Nigeria and conquer Nigeria in the war before the help of the British, before the help of the Russians, Americans. Yes, because during the war in 1967, Igbos conquer. Ojukwu conquered them down to Ore before Awolowo now betrayed. Because the capital, the federal capital at that time was Lagos State, and Lagos is a Yoruba land, and Awolowo now sabotage. You understand? So if Igbos were to be, afraid, they wouldn't have engaged in that kind of a thing. And if Igbos are afraid, Igbos will not rise to this expectation or to the level where they are today. They know they work out with fear. Any opportunity, any situation they see themselves, they stand gidigba, believe that their God Almighty is with them, and anything they put their hand that they will succeed. And that is why, after giving them 20 pounds, you can see where Igbos are today. Go and try to any tribe, no tribe in Nigeria, I quote and unquote. No tribe in Nigeria that will ever suffer what Igbos has gone through in this country and still stand to meet up to the level Igbos is today.
No, but
They are not scared.
But we are here this morning at this over
It's not that see, listen to me.
when an Hausa person told the Igbos that it is you that are jealous of the North because the North are the most powerful people in Nigeria. That's what he said.
What makes them powerful?
I mean,
what sense?
I'm talking about them. He said that when it comes to power in Nigeria, you must bow to the North to become a
What
president.
kind of power?
Power. An army.
You are talking about political power. The political power you are talking about is the political of jingoism, the political of criminalism, political of money laundering, political of stealing. That is the kind of political government you are running in Nigeria. Is that the politics? They say there was a saying that Igbos are not always participating in the politics, that Igbo doesn't know how to play politics. But the Obi in 2023 came out single-handedly. He came from the back, from supporting Atiku and backing up and backing up Atiku. In 2023, he chooses to stand alone. Labour Party that was dead through Obi, it was revived. Labour Party was a dead party, but through Obi, Peter Obi, it was revived. And you and I saw, you witnessed what happened in 2023. All over the federation, Obi swept it. Even the federal territory, the federal capital of Nigeria, Obi swept it. In a Tinubu polling unit in Lagos State here, Obi swept it.
But then it has been
And
said,
at the end of the day, the Fulanis partnered as Farid Pasu, left and right, join hands together. The same Igbophobia. Igbo man must not be the president. That was war play. Know that Igbo man is not wiser than any other person in this country. So them, they are talking about political power. Igbos will have their own. And we are the power, the political power. We have the political strength on our own. And for your information, I want to educate some persons today. Go and check the history. Before now, Igbos remain the first people on this planet Earth to practice democracy. And
how do you mean? Where is that history? In which book is that history?
Go and check in the 18th centuries, before the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914. And for your information, Biafra, that is the Igbos, are older than Nigeria with over 500 years. Are you getting it? Before the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914. So we have been practicing democracy in different angles. And that is why I still stand to tell you, some Yorubas will come. Pastor, Igbos, your people doesn't record to announce a Yoruba man as what? As the clear winner of June 12th, which the Yorubas are taken to heart. Up to date, they are celebrating it, they are recognizing it, and they are remembering it. But the same man who took this risk is the same man that the Yoruba stood up in the house and kicked against his monument and his recognition and his federal honor. That is to tell you the kind of country that we are. But if it was a Fulani man that performed this, you will see his this thing all over Nigeria that will be monetizing, that will be molding him all over. Are you getting it? But because this one is an Igbo man, they choose to silence him. But you cannot silence the truth. And I give God the glory. You see what is happening today? Protests. Ohaneze, we don't need to wait for Ohaneze because Ohaneze is already speaking for their pockets.
Oh, the Igbos don't trust Ohaneze.
We don't trust Ohaneze, and neither do we believe in Ohaneze. Because they are not Ohaneze, but they are Ohaneze of themselves, speaking for their family, speaking for their children, and speaking for their own selfish interests and pockets.
But the Igbos are supposed to read that President have refused to release Nnamdi Kanu in his June 12th speech. What do you have to say about that?
That is why I say I am not surprised as he has refused to free him, to use June 12th, a kind of compensation. You understand? A kind of payback of the sacrifice an Igbo man has sacrificed for Yoruba. Do you understand? But since he's the president, he has his rights, he have his choice to make. Since he have decided to go the way he has went, no problem, the struggle continues. But as for the Igbos, we are not going to participate in anything in this country in terms of protest or whatsoever. Listen and listen good. I'm using this opportunity to even warn those who may have it at heart or who may likely want to or wish to. Please stay away, because at the end of the day, anything that involves Igbo people in protest, Nigeria will target Igbo protest. Look at the civil war Igbos fought to keep Nigeria, to make sure that Nigeria is not suffering the massacre they are massacring today. At the end of the day, they call it Igbo coup. That was the coup that took place in 1966, January 15, to be precise. They target Igbo coup. But today, what is happening? The NSAS protest, they say it was the Igbo, of which they even accused Nnamdi Kanu that he was the one that instigated that NSAS. So if Igbo should involve themselves again